It's time for Bartow Yellow Jackets softball on WBF. Tonight's game is sponsored by Kelly Buick GMC of Bartow, doing whatever it takes to earn your business. Evolve Professional Landscape Management. Spaff Jewelers of Bartow and Vallejo. By Rhino Lawyers of Tampa and Lakeland. Pallet One of Bartow. SR Wright and Company. By Ewing Blackwelder and Deuce Insurance. Keats Spray Service of Bartow, taking care of your lawn and garden for over 50 years. Budget You Pull It, the parts you need when you need them. Citrus Air Conditioners of Bartow. By Whidden McLean Funeral Home. Beef O'Brady Sports Pub in the Bartow Center South. And by Bartow Ford. We're different, and we prove it. Now let's go to the ball field for Yellow Jacket softball.
Welcome to another exciting evening of Yellow Jacket softball here on WBF. I'm Bruce Edmond alongside David Thornburg. Rick Sow is on the scoreboard, and Roland Oxley is doing the PA announcing and has the quickest hands in the West when it comes to opening and closing a window. And by the way, Roland, before we get started, Jeff said you sound great on the radio. This is the regional quarterfinal, folks, and we are getting ready to play the East River Falcons. They're out of Orlando. Their record is like 15-8, according to Jeff. Yep. And they, good-looking team. They wear black with red stripe, red pinstripes, white letters, red socks. Bartow in their normal white, blue pinstripes, orange letters, and dirty uniforms. Yes. Because we've already won the district tournament. We beat Jenkins, and now we're in the regional quarterfinal. Rights to the broadcast of this regional quarterfinal in the 2024 FHSAA Class 6A softball championship have been granted solely to WWBF Bartow by the Florida High School Athletic Association, and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. We have a special guest that's coming on in the third inning. We're excited about that. We won't give that away yet. We will do the lineups real quick. Leading off for East River will be the center fielder, Jenna McCormick. Batting second is Talissa Soto. She's at third base. And we're going to have a national anthem, and then we'll come back and do the lineups. David, before we get back to the lineup, let's say hello to you.
Hey.
How are you tonight? You enjoyed a hamburger by
Mr. Tony. I tell you,
Tony.
He does a great job down there getting everything ready, taking care of the concession stand. So good crowd. So we need to go support him tonight and make some money for this organization.
Yeah, everybody does this year after year after year. And always good food over there, and we always appreciate everybody that volunteers and does these things.
Yes,
and of course,
him and Michelle have been doing that, you know. So thanks for what they do. Like you said, a lot of folks help Coach Rutenbar get to where he's at, so he can concentrate on what he concentrates on best, and that's coaching the team and giving another opportunity at another state championship.
Yeah, we win another district. I can't remember. How many was that in a row, Rick? That was seven in a row, six or seven in a row. He's been here 35 years. He's probably got 25 to 30 district championships.
We have to look that up. Maybe Jeff can get that for us while we're sometime during the night.
Okay, leading off again, playing in center field, Jenna McCormick. Batting second, Talissa Soto, she's at third base. Batting third, Catherine Sanchez, the pitcher. Batting fourth, True Mastro, the catcher. Batting fifth is Emma Hammond, she's the first baseman. Whitney Tannehill is the shortstop, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Jocelyn Schneck is the second baseman. Batting eighth is Maddie Alvarado. She's in right field. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Jesse, how do we say this? Irizarry?
It's Irizarry.
Defensively for the Jackets, it'll be Caitlin Oxley on the mound, Gibson behind the plate. Heater is at first, Johnson at second, Quartermain at short, Cornelius at third base. Sal is in left field, Narcisse in center, and Destiny Driscoll in right field. And for the third week in a row, David, we saw the visiting team come in, and they didn't take a normal infield. They just kind of hit grounders and hit some fly balls, and it really, it's kind of hard to understand.
It really is, and we're old school, so we did things were done a certain way, and that's the way you did it. But I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, the girls are not getting a field. The position players, this short first,
rhythm.
Second, third, you're not getting ground balls to your position. You're getting it off to the side, or you're hitting through the back of the infield like they were earlier. And the girls can't see how that ball is bouncing, coming towards them, and that could be a factor. In the game. I mean, maybe they're good enough that they don't need to worry about that. But for me, I was a second baseman a lot and catcher, but when I was real little and played second base, I would be like, Coach, what are you doing? Outfield was the only place that we didn't really go to a position because they just stuck us out of the field and just hit us pop-ups, but unlike Rutenbar, he's going to put you in position where you're playing at, and that's how he does the infield with him.
You literally play half a game with him doing infield and outfield. It's incredible to watch, and they are a machine doing it as well.
There's constantly something moving. There's a piece moving on that, whether it's getting the ball back to Mackenzie Gibson behind the plate as she's tossing Coach another one to get it to another player. It's just something to watch. It really is. And when you see somebody else, maybe it's just we're just used to what we see every game, and I just don't get them not putting them in position to take their ground balls and whatnot. That just seems off to me.
Red Oxley is in the circle as usual, and she's starting her warm-up pitches. I doubt she'll throw many. She does her warm-ups over on the side. We do want to say hello to our rednecks in the outfield.
Howdy, folks.
We're very excited to see y'all out there, and from right field all the way to left field, you go all the way around, and
filling up.
We're happy to see you. Orlando brought a little bit of a crowd, and we are jam-packed here inside the stadium. So
home stands, yes, it is. And then, of course, you got all the kids running around.
Yeah, and they're kind of what makes it up, you know, because it was years ago, probably when we were doing our last games, 7, 8 years ago, some of these little girls were running around, and now they're superstars and going off to college next year and winning state championships. The leadoff batter will be Jenna McCormick. She bats from the right side, facing Red Oxley.
Red was taking a minute there after those warm-ups. I don't think she's still happy with her plant, so hopefully she's able to get it where she wanted to with that last adjustment.
The first pitch of the game is a little low inside, 7:33 on the first pitch. One ball. And there's a beautiful pitch. She just took a little off that and just kind of threw it right down the pipe. She'll wait a while before she starts introducing the world to them. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just underway. A lot of cameras out there.
And she gives you a couple level pitches, and all of a sudden she comes back with that hard rise ball. It's just really
swing and a miss, strike 3.
It's just really unfair to try and chase that thing. It's by you so quickly that no chance.
Third base, number 2, Talisa Soto.
Talisa Soto will step in. She bats on the right side as well. Way back in the box. And the first pitch, that's perfect. Right down the pipe, called strike.
Boy, she is on tonight so far. That one pitch she missed was the first one that was just a hair inside. It didn't miss by much, Bruce.
We have 3 umpires tonight. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2.
This may be new for these gals in East River, but I mean, Red's one of the best in the state, if not the best.
Yes.
So you know,
strike 3 called, just like that. 2 up and 2 down for Oxley on 7 pitches so far, and now Catherine Sanchez, the pitcher, will step in. Did I say her name wrong? And the pitch.
You did all right.
Up and away. Catherine Sanchez.
Yeah. A little warm out there tonight, Bruce.
Oh, man, it's in the 90s already. It's soiling. Strike call.
Oh, what a pitch.
The old-timer took a little longer to get the hand up then. I was just helping him out.
There you go.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, just underway. And the pitch, swing and a miss.
Boy, that pitch just has to look so good to them when she lets go of it, because they cannot stop going after it.
Yeah.
And there's just no way they're going to catch up to it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And she does hang on.
That one she did. That one was a little further outside.
Yeah.
I think that's why she held up more as opposed to the location.
Oxley kind of gave her a grin on that one.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch just misses outside. 3-2, and Oxley again getting that little plant foot where it bites. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the first, and the pitch, strike 3. So Oxley strikes out the side. And after a half of the inning, there's no score. You're listening to the 2024 Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
Hi, Benny Jr. here with Bartow Ford. And the great thing about being right in Bartow, Florida, is we are centrally located. The right way will always lead you to Bartow Ford, where we save you time and money. Bartow Ford, we're different, and we prove it.
Your Bartow Beef O'Brady's in the Bartow Center South is your headquarters for good food and good sports. With something for everyone on the menu, your Bartow Beefs is perfect for the family, an office lunch, or to feed the team after a big win. Beefs, where game time meets family time.
Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. This message provided by WBF and the FHSAA.
Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Softball on WBF. I'm Bruce Edmond alongside David Thornburg. What is that?
That's on the way here. I stopped to see Madison for a few minutes before the game. And I'm just amazed that seems like a short time ago she was sitting on the couch with me watching Toy Story.
I don't even want to.
And now I'm sitting behind her in traffic, on the way to the game, and I'm like, where did he go?
I called my granddaughter. I called my granddaughter last night to tell her I couldn't go to her recital tonight, and I'm like, who in the world is this I'm talking to? She's 11 years old, and she sounded like she's 17, and I'm like, stop it. So it'll be Destiny Driscoll, Mackenzie Gibson, and Kendall Cornelius coming up. So Jeff, when Tom's writing out the checks, remind him that I missed my granddaughter's recital tonight.
Add an extra zero to it? Is that what you're saying?
There's a lot of zeros there.
Mom can handle that.
Destiny Driscoll steps in. She's a slap hitter. Bats from the left side, way back in the box. And the first pitch is a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's on the outside. Yeah, she looks like she has pretty. Now, that's another thing we didn't get to see a whole lot of was her warming up or anything, but that one looked pretty good.
Sanchez is the pitcher. Give you the defense in just a second. Mastro is behind the plate. Hammond at first, Schneck at second, Tannehill at short, Soto at third. Irizarry is Irizarry is in left. McCormick is in center. Alvarado is in right. And that pitch is upstairs. Is it 2-1? We're going with Rick on this.
It is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, no score. We're in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, she just mistimed that one.
Rubenbar saying that was at your eyes. You got to let that go.
Okay.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And we have really got in a pretty good hitting groove here lately. Outside, and she's going to tap it, and they're not even going to have a play.
Not even a throw over there. Once it gets past that third baseman, Bruce, the shortstop's too deep. She just has such incredible speed. Now, do you test this girl? We haven't seen her.
Yeah, I go. I mean, you do it early. Let's find out early. And Driscoll with the base hit as the shortstop can't even make an attempt, and now Gibson steps in. She bats from the left side. Runner goes, and she is safe. A good throw might have had her.
Yeah.
They throw the ball in and hit Driscoll right in the back of the helmet.
It wasn't a hard throw. She was trying to throw it to the shortstop, and poor Destiny happened to stand up, and it kind of bonked her in the back of the helmet. And the umpires are making sure Destiny. You've repeatedly said how tough.
And the second baseman's pretty upset, and they want to calm her down because she feels bad about what just happened or something. Or maybe the ball smacked her in the nose. I don't know. But she's upset.
Unless it ricocheted off of Destiny and caught her. I didn't see that part, but coach is out there talking to her.
Yeah, she just touched her nose, and apparently she did get whacked on the nose, so we hope she's okay.
Yeah, because that can bring some tears to your eyes and make it hard to field.
Man, when it's like 40 degrees and one of them hits you in the nose, it's like, I'd be done. Goodness.
I'd be done. But a great job by Destiny on that steal. Bruce, the throw was there, but a little late, but she went to the outside and hooked it with her hand and got in there safely. But like you said, just test them right away, and that's what she does. She steals bases.
Gibson's bunting here now with the runner at second and nobody out. Gibson can – nice bunt by Gibson, and they're just going to get her at first. So the sacrifice goes 3-1 to 4 on the putout.
She got it past the first baseman, Bruce, but the pitcher was able to field it and get it to the second baseman who had come over to cover and got her by a step. But a great job of getting the lead runner.
And that'll bring up Kendall Cornelius, who is one of several of the top hottest hitters on the team right now. She takes a rise ball upstairs. Runner at third, 1 out, no scored here in the first. And the love bugs are out too.
I know.
And that ball is a 2-hopper past the shortstop. And it's going to get there. Driscoll scores easily, and a double, or is that an E6?
That's a double. I don't think that's an E6.
It was just a bad hop.
Well, it hopped right over her glove. She didn't even touch it. And that, Bruce, coming into play. She did not field a ground ball during warm-up coming to her from that direction. And what does that play into that play right there? First off, she didn't get in front of it. Coach is going to tell her that from the beginning.
Now Caitlin Oxley steps in. She has gotten hot, and now she squares the bunt. The runner is going to third, and they throw it all the way into left field, and she will easily be into third base.
The catcher tried to lead the shortstop who was coming over because Red had squared the bunt.
Yeah, and she threw it where she needed to throw it. Unfortunately, it's an error on the catcher, but really it's the shortstop's fault. And that ball fouled way out of play.
Turned on it, got in on her hands.
It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Oxley. Cornelius at third base, 1 run in for the Jackets. That ball low.
Who did Melbourne beat earlier? Dwyer. Melbourne's already done with Dwyer a 15-0 run rule in their game, and who we will probably see down the road.
That ball hit foul again.
Made short work of that game, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. A little rough on Dwyer, but whatever. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch, and that ball ripped into left field. It is deep, and it is out of here. A 2-run home run for Caitlin Oxley, and she does the gator chomp as she's going around the bases. Good for you.
Yeah. I'm okay with that, Kate. I'm all right with that, Red. Great job. She turned on that one, Bruce, caught it on the barrel of the bat, and that one just jumped off. I said it was going right away. It just cleared the fence, but it was on a line, and those are the ones that they get out quickly. It doesn't have to have a lot of height. It just gets out quickly, and what a shot.
Yeah, we pretty much, when that came off the bat, it wasn't hitting the top of the fence like her last one did last week. And now Julia Heater, who also, she popped one off the top of the fence last week, just missed out on one.
Had one a few weeks ago in Lake Wales that cleared the park.
It's a 3-0 ball game now here in the bottom of the first, and that ball fouled right back at us, 0-1.
Got a couple of one of the fans ducking out of the way.
Yeah. I want to say Mr. Cannon sitting down there. You know, Joseph Cannon. Remember, we used to do his games, football and baseball. And there's a ball down low, 1-1. That was his grandson, and he's still coming to the softball games.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 3 runs in for the Jackets. Julia Heater at the plate. That ball hit into right center field, and it will get over the head of the center fielder. It's going to be an easy double, and she's coming. She's coming to third, and she is safe.
She is. So it's going to be a triple, Bruce, and she
even hesitated.
She hesitated coming around second and picked up Coach Brutenbar, and he was waving her on, so she just picked right back up, and she has some really deceptive speed. She is quicker than what you might imagine.
Cornelius is another one that has very deceptive speed.
Yes.
So it's a 3-0 game. Heater at third. Shay Narcisse steps in, leading the team in hitting. And she hits a chopper down the third base line, foul.
Boy, her eyes got big on that one. She just on the top of that and drove it into the ground. If she catches that one, that one's probably driven into the gap. She's swinging the bat really well. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters, 3, 4, 5, the middle of the lineup has just been on fire.
They've come together at the right time.
Yeah.
And there's a ball inside. And that's the thing with Oxley. When I first started, she was so, dominant on the mound, but she wasn't hitting real well. And I saw that she had been a really good hitter, and now you see it. And she's just pounding the ball right now. So she had a little midseason slump. That ball hit down the right side, and that'll get out of play off of the clubhouse.
I guess I should clarify. That doesn't mean that the other girls aren't swinging the bat well. It's
No.
just these it seems like but because the other girls are doing their job, they're getting on base. These girls are allowed to have the 2-out hits that are driving in 2 runs. That's what I mean, that they're the middle of the lineup is producing so well, and the other girls are doing their job by being there for them to produce.
There's a ball upstairs. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 3 runs in for the Jackets. Heater at third base after the triple. And the pitch. And that ball fouled down the right side, and again, that's going to be right in between the dugout and the clubhouse. So she's filling up a little hole over there with yellow softballs.
Yeah. She's battling. She's going to get one here. I got a feeling. I see a line drive up the middle once she zeroes in on it.
Like big gap in right center. Whoa, way upstairs. 3-2.
Actually in a little bit. She had to pull back just a hair.
3 balls, 2 strikes, and we are now we are totally full. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 spots in the outfield.
Yeah.
That ball hit hard to the shortstop. She'll glove it and on to first, but it goes 6-3 and an RBI for Narcisse.
Not what she wanted, but she made contact and got the run in. So
Now,
Shea Parker, the designated player, she bats from the right side, and she is a good low hitter as well.
That one, I guess, missed upstairs. That didn't look too bad, Bruce.
It doesn't have to be very high to be upstairs on Shea.
Yeah,
now we're not saying she's short by any means. And the 1-0. Oh, that one looked a little up and away. He called that a strike.
Yeah, that one looked the first one looked better than that one. Maybe he was giving it to her.
He certainly don't want to get Oxley going. Now, I tell you what, if Lucas Thompson is listening, I got to have a talk with him about his son. And the 1-1, that ball popped up into the air and out of play.
Let's see how back in the day, people would get mad at Maddox because he'd throw it an inch off the plate and get called strike. He said, well, if he's going to call it for me, I'm going to throw it there every time.
Every time. And he would inch it out 2 inches, 3, until he would call it a ball. And then Maddox would argue with him.
Yeah.
And the 1-2 inside. Almost got her. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 runs in for the Jackets. We're in the first. And she squares to get her timing down, and the 2-2, and that ball is chopped foul past the umpire, right in between the umpire and Rutenbar.
Boy, that was pretty close, that high chopper.
I want to say hello to Tex Howell down on first base.
Yeah.
With that, I like the hat, man.
I like the hat.
I'm just, that's got to be a Stetson. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Almost reminds me of Raylan Givens from Justified. And the 2-2 pitch. That ball hit hard down the line, but foul. Ooh, there's a car headed down that way. It almost got it. These cars need to watch out now. Oxley threw the moo cow out on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, and that hits right back up the middle, and another base hit.
That time she got her timing right with that, Bruce. And first 2 times she's a little early. Gets it there and drives it right back up the middle, keeps the inning alive.
That'll bring up Naomi Johnson.
Now batting second base, number 13, Naima Johnson.
Naima, I'm so sorry. 2 outs, 1 on. Johnson bats from the right side, and there's a ball low and away. This umpire gives a little hesitation, so it's a little hard. I'll call some for him. And the 1-0, there's a perfect pitch.
Right down the heart.
So Johnson looks back at Rutenbar. He gives her the eyeball. And the 1-1 pitch, that ball fouled out of play towards the concession stand.
Quick hands, Bruce. She decided late to swing at that and still able to get a piece of it if she picks it up a little bit quicker, but her hands, very quick hands.
4-0 ball game, runner at first base. Runner goes, and a swing and a miss, strikeout. So the Jackets get 4 runs on 5 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on. After 1 inning, it's Bartow 4, East River nothing. You're listening to the 2024 Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
At Budget You pull into Bartow, they'll buy your old vehicle and even arrange to pick it up.
We buy junk cars here. We can also arrange for towing from you. We use Gator Towing for our towing service, so you know you get insured a professional towing vehicle.
And they cover Polk County. Budget Auto Parts at Bartow.
If you've been involved in a motorcycle, truck, or car accident, you need Rhino Lawyers on your side. After your immediate medical attention, call Rhino Lawyers at 844-RHINO-77. Rhino Lawyers, Tampa and Lakeland.
Posting pictures from today's event on your social media accounts? Tag the FHS8A and we'll repost and share it. Follow the FHS8A on X, Instagram, and Snapchat by searching for FHSAA. You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. That's facebook.com/FHSAA.
Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Softball on WBF. Bruce Edmond, David Thornburg, Rick Sal, and Roland Oxley up here in the box. We go to the top of the second inning. It'll be 4-5-6. True Mastro, the catcher, bats from the right side, and the first pitch from Oxley. Pretty good pitch. Whoa. That was a really good pitch. No. And now the 1-0. And that ball popped up into the air, and going over making the catch is Driscoll as she just kind of glided over. Make that look easy.
Yes, she does. That one hung up in the air, and with her speed, no time at all getting over there to get to it.
Emma Hammond steps in. She's the first baseman. She bats from the left side.
Now batting first base, number 33, Emma Hammond.
Ball one, a little bit up. She's a tall girl, though.
Yeah, she's.
You have to adjust your calling to the size. And she check swings and almost hits the on deck batter, Tannehill in the circle. Hello, ladies. Hey, how are you?
Hey, sunshine, come on in.
You're fine. You can come in.
Come on.
Nobody. There's a perfect pitch called strike 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jackets lead 4-0. We're in the top of the second. We want to mention Melbourne won like 15-0 in 2.5 innings. There's a ball outside 2-2 over Dwyer.
Over Dwyer, yep. And right now in the top of the third, Jenkins trails South Lake 3-2. And again, they're in the top of the third.
Jenkins is like the number 3 seed, too, aren't they? And Emma, that's a ball was out low and outside. Cute young lady.
Yep.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Come right at her. And the 3-2 called third strike. Just froze her right in her tracks.
Yeah, another great pitch by Red. Right there on the outside corner. Like I said, just froze the batter.
That will bring up Whitney Tannehill. Don't know if she's any relationship to Ryan, but that is an unusual name, so you know something's out there. And there's oh, boy, that was a good pitch. Wow. Tannehill bats from the right side. Oxley, she wanted that pitch. You can see, you can tell there's times when you know when she's not a happy young lady. And the 1-0, up and away, 2-0.
She's able to hold up on that one.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 4-0 game. Jackets lead here in the second. And the pitch. There's a perfect pitch. We have a special guest coming up in the third inning that I think everybody will be excited to hear from. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch. Misses low and inside. I don't think she needs to be piddling around with these girls. I don't know if they're intimidated, but I think she can come right at them.
Oh, yeah.
There's a good pitch on the outside part of the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Oxley strikes out 2 out of 3. The Falcons go 1-2-3 after 1.5 as Bartow 4, East River nothing. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
Hello, Bartow. This is Joe DeCesare with Citrus Air Conditioners, your hometown air conditioning company. If you're looking to replace your old unit, Citrus Air has many units in stock and offers financing. Call us at 534-1171 or look us up online at citrusairinc.com.
The Ewing, Blackwelder, and Deuce Insurance Agency has been serving Central Florida since 1984. They all work and live in your neighborhood and take pride in our history. Offices in Bartow, there when you need them, representing only the most reliable companies in the industry.
For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all tournaments in the FHSAA Championships, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's FHSAA.com. Catch live and on-demand post-season coverage of Florida high school sports at NFHSnetwork.com, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
We are FM 102.9, 97.1, and AM 1130. WWBF Bartow.
Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Softball on WBF. Bruce Edmond, David Thornburg. We go to the bottom of the second. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Jackets. Kenley Quartermain, the shortstop.
Kenley Quartermain!
We talked about the production. She's been doing her job in that number 9 spot, Bruce. So
some key hits, like you talked about.
Key hits, getting on base. She's there for when when it rolls back around, when the lineup rolls back around for the top of the order.
And her and Johnson have just been vacuums in the middle.
Yeah.
And that ball fouled right off of herself. It kind of fouled off her shoulder, didn't it?
Yeah, off the bat. And thankfully she has that face guard because it kind of came up. I think it got the face guard and then off her shoulder.
So 0-2 quickly to Quartermain with Driscoll on deck. That ball way upstairs.
I will still never forget when little Carlos fouled one off of Mississippi. Remember little Carlos?
Yeah.
That boy was something else.
Yeah, man. I wonder what happened to him because that kid could play, man. Yes. He could hit.
He could. Yes, he. Oh gosh, what a beautiful left-handed swing for such a young athlete. And he just kept developing it. As he went on.
Fouled back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Jackets lead 4-0 here in the second, and that ball again fouled right off her fist, right back into the crowd. And Lucas's kid did not catch that one.
I got just over him.
Yeah, just over his head. And I think they're scattering now. Yeah. That's 2 of them that came right at him. And the 1-2, the ball up and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think Sanchez really wanted that pitch.
Yeah, the catcher's asking, and he is telling her that it was up a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. That ball is hit off the fist right to the shortstop and makes the catch.
Comes in and makes a good catch, able to get a good jump on that.
And now Destiny Driscoll, who singled with 2 strikes her first time up.
Driscoll!
Steps in. She got it past the third baseman, and the shortstop was able to glove it backhanded, but never even attempted to throw. And she hits a lazy foul ball out towards left field.
Actually out there by the legend, that is Roy Fuco, out there taking pictures.
Yeah, Roy's got the big camera. Yeah. That thing's got to be a little heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, that can't be a light camera. I'd be having to wheel that around. Yeah. Ball low and away, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jackets lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the second. And swing and a miss. She just she kind of pulled her head on that one, David. She threw her hands, which was good. She wanted to pound it into the ground, but pulling her head pulled her shoulder.
Yep.
And the 1-2, and she holds off on that, so it's 2-2.
There's a good eye there because, of course, with 2 strikes, you're going to be a little more aggressive, and anything close with that one misses just outside. Good take.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and called third strike.
Yeah, I was going to say that one looked awfully good on the outside corner there. So it's her second strikeout of the night.
Yes, it is.
Batting number 16, Mackenzie Gibson.
Now Mackenzie Gibson steps in. Mackenzie had to sacrifice her first time up, and she's not one that needs to, but she does, and it's incredible. Her on-base percentage is over 500.
Well, and she has a tendency to lay down really good bunts, too.
Yeah.
I mean, she's beat some out. It took a good play on that bunt she had last time to get her out.
First pitch is a strike, and now the 0-1. Ooh, that one's another good one.
Yeah.
But it's up, must be up a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the second. Jackets lead 4-0. And the pitch upstairs, 2-1. We don't have anybody on base in this inning. Got to get something going, a little 2-out rally here. And she gets a little piece of that, so it's 2-2. Rutenbar says something to her. He generally talks to these girls between every pitch. And the 2-2 pitch down low in the dirt, 3-2. So Gibson has worked the count back full with 2 outs, nobody on, and the sun's starting to go down. And that ball popped up into the air, shortstop going back and makes the play right at the grass. So the Jackets go 1-2-3. After 2 innings, it's Bartow 4,
East River.
East River, nothing. You're listening to the 2024 Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
This is Jordan Kelly of Kelly Buick GMC, and we're proud to make today's sports broadcast possible. For all your parts, sales, service, and fleet requirements, visit kellybuickgmc.com. You'll find us at the Highway 98 and 60 bypass in Bartow.
For over 50 years, Keith Spray Service has been serving Polk County with specialized treatment of delicate ornamentals, including rose bushes. Want to learn more about the treatments of ornamentals as well as expert lawn care? Call Keith Spray Service.
Today's game in the FHSAA Softball Championship is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida's student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Softball on WBF. Our special guest, David, is Kenzie Green.
Yes, we're so proud to have her.
And Kenzie she is able to tell a story that few people in this world will ever be able to tell. Your children, your grandchildren, as you hit the walk-off home run in 2015? 16?
Yep.
In the bottom of the 11th inning, hit a bomb to win the state championship. And your name is etched in the books forever. David,
I want to switch out with her. I just wanted to say thank you for joining us and have fun, okay?
So, Kenzie, we're gonna do the game while we're doing this. The batter for Eastlake pops it up, and it's going to be caught by Gibson. So that's a F2 in the book, and now Alvarado. Now, Kenzie, I just said that, and you didn't have a chance to comment. Now, what is? And now you come back to Bartow.
Yes, sir.
So you left for a year. You were playing. You left for a year. Then you came back, and all that. It's a stupid question, but how does that feel? I mean, to have that accomplishment. Not just that, but your entire career in softball. Then you play 4 years at Florida Southern, and you're just a dynamite young lady.
No, a lot of people don't know is that actually in 5th grade when I started the hitting lessons with Coach Rittenbar, I told him, I was like, you know what, I want to learn how to hit in the pressure of being in a state game with 2 outs, 2 strikes, runners on, and I wanted that to learn how to hit in that pressure. So when it finally happened, and of course Coach Rittenbar wasn't there, I went back to that moment. I was like, because we all know I made the error where the run counted, so I was actually crying on deck because I'm like, okay, they're walking Lexi, they want to come to me, I haven't been doing great this game, and Bailey Robinson, she sat there, she's like, dude, this is your moment, you can do this, you have the power, you can do it, we're all behind you. So when I went up, I'm like, Kenzie, this is the pressure you have practiced for literally since you were in 5th grade. You can do this. And Spanky, he was like, you know what they're going to do. You know they're going to throw you high inside. And so I went up there. I was looking for high inside, and it worked.
There's a strike 3 call. You had fouled off the pitch before, and then come back, and they come back with that same pitch, and you just parked it, and I know David and we were just screaming. And last night your mother posted it. Now, was that the anniversary?
Last year was 8 years ago.
Okay.
Last night was 8 years ago.
Okay, and because she posted every year.
Yes.
And I thought it was the anniversary. There's a swing and a miss. And so I said, you've been saying, I'm ready, come on. So we knew tonight was a good night to have you, and you are now married. You have a son.
Yes, sir.
And you are now the athletic director at Bartow High School.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool, and you're still very, very young to be doing that. Do you enjoy being the athletic director?
Oh, this has been my dream job. I love every minute of it. I mean, last year when I was I was actually on the coaching staff last year with Coach Rittenbar, so winning a state title on the coaching side, I've done every check mark in my book of what I want to do in life. So the next step was becoming an athletic director. So when that opportunity presented itself, it was like, this is amazing. I'm only 25,
right,
and I've checked every box that I can possibly think of. And now being involved with all sports and having the traditions that I had when I was here, seeing it come alive in other students, it's an amazing thing to see.
Well, we're very proud of you for everything you've done, but the one thing that I do need to tell you is that's got to be a strike. Roland's going to open the window in a minute. When we do football, we like food up in the press box, and we don't ever seem to get anything like that.
I will personally deliver it myself. You just tell me what you want, and I will bring it up there for you.
That was a walk, and that should have been a strikeout twice. First walk from Oxley. Now, how many years have you been back at you're a teacher, obviously. You're a teacher?
Yes, sir.
And what do you teach?
So when I came back, I graduated in 21 at Florida Southern. I came back in October of 21 to Bartow to teach digital design. I absolutely hated it. I did not understand it. I just knew I wanted to be back at Bartow, and that was my way in the door.
To teach what?
Digital design.
Oh, my goodness. So you got nerds on. There's a snap throw back to first, not on time. You got nerds on the computer that you're teaching.
They're teaching me because I had no idea what they were doing.
Well, at least you're not a nerd. That's a good thing. Okay, so and then you become athletic director, and now it's the coolest gig ever, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Is it a lot of pressure?
Definitely, it's a lot of pressure because I had amazing shoes to fill in.
Strike 3 called. We will be back in 60 seconds with Kenzie Green as there was no runs, a walk, and 1 left. After 2.5, it's Bartow 4, East River nothing. You're listening to the 2024 Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
35 amazing years. Hey, that's us here at Spath Jewelers. We offer services such as beautiful custom work that's sure to wow, repairs, complimentary cleaning, appraisals, watch repairs, financing. What more do you need? We're here Monday through Friday, 10 to 7, and Saturdays from 10 to 5.
Today's broadcast is presented in part by Pallet One, now seeking employees, offering competitive pay, great benefits, and a safety-first environment. Join Pallet One for a stable, long-term career as part of a fast-paced, dedicated team. Pallet One is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Yellow Jacket softball. We go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Cornelius, Oxley, and Heater for the Jackets. But we're here with Kenzie Green, the athletic director for Bartow High School. And it's very unique because she's only 25 years old, and she stepped right into her dream job. But as she was saying in between innings, she has to put out a lot of fires, and we kind of guessed that.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tough gig because you got to answer to. You got everybody in your ear. And I was only kidding you about the food and stuff like that. But so it's a dream job, but it's a little tough. So you're loving it.
I love it. Every day's a challenge, but I look forward to the challenge because it's just going to make me better in the end. And for when I plan on being the AD at Bartow for the next 50 years. So I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the ropes down.
Well, we've gone through quite a few. We've had some good ones. I really like the principal.
Mr. Lawson, yes, he's amazing.
He is a cool. There's a deep fly ball, and it's going to be over the left fielder's head. It's going to be at least 2 for Cornelius, and she will stop at second. So she got back-to-back doubles tonight, and these girls' bats are getting hot at the right time.
Oh, yeah, especially Kendall Cornelius, man. Every game that I've been at, it's just like there's no one stopping her at this point.
Do you go to it's either a baseball game or something? Do you do that all the time?
All the time. So I have a great admin staff that helps me out so I can have a life with my family outside. But mainly, yes, I do try to go to almost every home game that I can.
Red Oxley steps in. She had the big 2-run bomb her first time up, and she takes ball 1. And there's another deep fly ball into left field, and it is out of here again. Boy, she got hot right at the right time, didn't she?
Oh, yeah.
I have to say yours was a little more to the left field line and way up in the air. It was a cannon. And back-to-back home runs for Red Oxley. As we're talking to Kenzie Green, just some deja vu, just thinking back years ago, the last championship that it was really the next to last year of me doing softball. And then I quit doing softball for years because David quit, and he had another job, and it just wasn't fun for me anymore. But I said if I could do softball, I would do it all day long because I love girls softball.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best sport ever. And so Jeff asked me to do football. So for the last 8 years, I've been doing football with him, and we've got a great crew. We have so much fun doing that. And you can see we try to have fun and cut up and have a good time. And there's a fly ball into shallow left as the left fielder comes in and makes the play as Heater is up and down. Now, how old's your son?
He'll be 2 in July.
2 in July?
Oh, yeah, and he gives me a run for my money.
And I've seen him with John with Michael, and it looks like they are just pals.
Oh, yeah. Anytime when I pick weight up from school, Pop, that's what he calls him. I'm like, we're not going over there today.
Well, I've got 4 grandchildren, and I used to be a hard ass, and they have just melted my heart. And there's a fly ball into a rocket shot, right center. Narcisse will round second, and she's coming to third, and it will be a stand-up triple for Shea Narcisse, and getting the bats hot again, Kenzie.
Oh.
So it's now a 6-0 game. So now the coach is coming out to have a chat. I've got the 4 grandchildren. I've got an 11-year-old, a 4-year-old, going to be 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Aww.
And they just own me, man. And my brother, he gives me the business all the time because I used to be such a tough guy. And now they want anything, they do anything or whatever. And the greatest thing about being a grandfather is if they start getting out of hand, I can get up and go home.
Yeah.
I get up and go home.
I'm very familiar with that.
So they're always perfect in my eyes. But enjoying your family life?
Oh, yeah, I love it. But back to my parents, my stepdad and my dad, they were pretty tough. And then seeing what Wade gets away with now, I'm like, that's not the same treatment I got. Mm-mm. That's not fair.
No, it's really it's a lot of fun because Jack's got 2 daughters. That umpire just took one right in the face. Jack's got 2 daughters. I don't know if you remember my boys, Jack and Justin, but and they are the 2 meanest little things you ever saw in your life. And I said they were put on this earth to pay you back for everything that you did. But it's just a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to be able to talk with you, and for you to come on the air with us, and to be able to talk about, you had so many highlights in your career, but there's nothing that topped in, and of course Donna Byers was the coach back then, and I always loved Donna, and was really thrilled for her as well. And that ball popped into left field. That could be a little tough, and it's caught, but it's going to be a sacrifice fly for Shea Parker, and the RBI, and the Jackets get another run. Have you thought about doing radio, or have you thought about doing radio, or as being the athletic director enough on your plate?
I think being an AD is enough, but I love being a special guest. So anytime you want me, I will always come back.
Okay, and if David has a busy night or something like that, you just come and do 7 innings with me. How's that?
That sounds wonderful.
Okay, well I'm gonna hold you to that because, like I said, I love softball, and I was away for 8 years, and you sent me the note because Rick, I guess, had set me up or something. But when you sent me the note, I'm like, all right. So I went and saw Jeff the next day, and I'm like, Jeff, you want to do some softball? And he's like, yeah, let's do some softball. So yeah,
Rick said that you were thinking about it. I'm like,
I have been thinking about it for years.
And I was like, no, I'm reaching out now because I remember, like I said, going back to the tradition of being here, it's like we all knew that radio crew was coming with us, and that was the highlight. And then, like, my papa, he's listening now, and that was his highlight.
So that's Johnson now. At first base, and Quartermain coming to the plate. Yeah, I mean, it's so weird because you and probably I did it from 2005 to 2016. So girls started as freshmen, and I'm with them all 4 years. Mm-hmm. And even though we don't know each other, mm-hmm. you still develop that relationship where we just fell in love with y'all, and it was so much fun. And then when David left, it just wasn't fun anymore. And if you ain't having fun, ain't no sense in doing it.
That's right.
But I've been wanting to come back, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. And then when you sent me the note, I'm like, all right. Johnson goes down to, or Parker Johnson goes down. Johnson goes down to, or Parker Johnson goes down to second. So Quartermain is a batter. What are they arguing about right now? I guess there's no argument. Okay, Gavin, that ball's fouled back, but all out of whack because we're just gabbing. That ball's fouled back, but all out of whack because we're just gabbing. That ball's fouled back, but anytime you want to come up and get on with us or whatever, I'm sure if I'm living, I'll be back next year, and maybe we'll just plan on doing a couple of games together, and that way we can do a game and still talk, but do it properly the way we're supposed to. You can describe what's happening. Excited about that. We all Just really excited about that. We all just really excited about that. We all are. And that ball's popped up. The third baseman is going to make the catch, but the Jackets get 2 runs on 4 hits, and there was 1 left after 3 innings. It's Bartow 7, East River.
Papa, yes, I'm looking forward to it as well. And Papa, yes, I'm looking forward to it as well. And Papa, I know you're listening. I'm giving you your shout out that you asked for.
Tell him you love him.
I love you, Papa.
Okay.
Oh, and my mom, I guess they're all listening.
Yes.
And Dad, whoever's out there listening, I love you.
Yes, we all love you. Thanks, Kenzie.
Hi, it's Erin with Evolve Contracting. While there's no shortage of landscape and irrigation companies, you deserve the option that's the best fit for you. At Evolve, we offer 3D imaging and an irrigation program that saves you water, time, and money. Visit us at evolveyourbond.com.
In today's complicated financial world, it's nice to know that Steve Wright & Company is there, helping you utilize your resources more effectively as you work toward your financial...
2024 games are yet to be played. Make plans to attend the 2024 games are yet to be played. Make plans to attend the 2024 Florida High School Softball State Championships. The intense action takes place May 20th through 25th at Legends Way Ball Fields in Clermont. Come out and watch state champions crowned in all 7 classifications. For more information, visit FHSAA.com.
Talissa Soto steps in as we go to the top of the 4th inning. The Jackets lead 7-0. We want to thank Kenzie Green for coming on. David, I thank you for allowing her to sit in. Red Oxley hit another bomb.
I took the opportunity to go out and watch the inning just outside the door, and I had a perfect view of that shot that she hit, and second one on the night.
Yeah.
A second 2-run homer, right?
Yep. 4 RBIs on the night for her. That pitch is upstairs. But Kenzie, we talked a lot, had a good time, and she's going to bring us food next year up to football, and Jeff is very happy about that.
Jeff and Andy will be happy.
They'll be thrilled. There's a beautiful pitch from Oxley. It's a strike, 3 balls and a strike. And Coach Peavy chimed in. We've got to remember Fort Meade won last night.
Yes,
Fort Meade beat Lakeland Christian last night and advanced. So the Fort Meade girls are still in it. They're very hot. And we're excited for that young team down in Fort Meade to do some big things. And there's another beautiful pitch from Oxley called third strike.
And Bruce, the George Jenkins South Lake game, they're in the bottom of the 4th inning right now, and Jenkins is taking the lead 4-3 in that game.
That'll bring up Catherine Sanchez, the pitcher. She struck out swinging her first time up. We're in the bottom of the 4th, and that is, or top of 4th, excuse me. There's a good pitch. You calling that a ball?
Yeah.
I haven't even had a chance to call a game, and it's really hard when you're trying to do an interview with somebody and trying to call a game, and then when Oxley hits a big bomb, and then you're trying to remember what you were talking about. But we were happy to have Kenzie on, and what she did was something very few people in the world can say they've done.
Well, now, they don't get a lot of coverage, but she is obviously well known for what she's done in the softball world for Bartow, but her brother, Michael, now he is lighting it up on the lakes.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Yes, as a matter of fact, he got a scholarship to Southeastern.
Yeah, he is on the fishing team for Bartow and has been for a while, and he is just lighting it up. So congratulations to Michael.
And he was a great golfer, too, before that, so he can do about anything he wants. And
if he's not having a good day on the lake, go to the course and vice versa.
I bet the chicks are just flowing all over him. So there's a ball low and inside.
Mom can probably wait for that a little bit, I'm sure.
She ain't waiting no more. It's a done deal. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. Perfect pitch. Whoa!
Oh, my goodness.
Boy.
Wow.
This young lady flew out to Driscoll in right field her first time up. And Red is not – she's not a happy young lady right now. And that ball fouled back at us, 2 balls and a strike.
This guy is, I mean, he's not been the worst. We've seen much worse.
Yeah.
But he is missing some that are just right there. And you're like, what are you seeing? Where is that?
And it's a little easier to take when you're up 7-0, but still, you gotta be consistent. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, and we, don't need Red getting frustrated out there, trying to start overthrowing. And then
might make her hit another home run.
Yeah, there you go. Keep aggravating.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, changeup kind of hangs.
Yeah.
So now it's 3-2. And I don't think this will be a changeup. I think this is going to be 70 miles an hour right down the pipe. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Oxley strikes out the side for the second time tonight. East River goes 1-2-3. After 3.5 innings, it's Bartow 7, East River nothing. You listen to the 2024 FHSAA Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
The Whidden McLean Funeral Home of Bartow and the McLean Funeral Home of Fort Meade hold high the responsibility.
The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate partners who help make the FHSAA Softball Championships possible. Team IP for official merchandise. Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Herff Jones, the official supplier of championship rings. GoFan, official online ticket provider. The NFHS Network, the official online partner. And Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the FHSAA Softball Championships.
New pitcher, number 2. Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Softball on WBF. Bruce Edmond, David Thornburg, Rick Sal, Roland Oxley up here in the booth. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Jackets lead 7-0. And we have a new pitcher, David, number 2.
And that one, I'll get your name on it now. 1 second here.
Destiny Driscoll will be the batter.
Number 2, Talisa Soto.
Talisa Soto is going to be the...
Okay, so...
Number 3, Destiny Driscoll.
Say Soto. So Soto steps in.
Something going, had a bit of a down inning the last time. Destiny gets something going, had a bit of a down inning the last time.
Yeah, they went 1-2-3.
Went a couple innings, yeah. Well, back in a second, but I mean, last inning had the home run, but we need to keep that pressure on him.
Driscoll squares the bunt and takes ball 1 away.
We usually have good innings when she starts off with a leadoff walk, bunt, hit.
I hate seeing that little big guy right near the net, though. See the little guy by the net at foul ball?
Yeah.
Them
fingers.
That time she went, and if it was hit hard enough, it could ricochet and catch him.
It's going to knock him off the wall.
Right. I don't want to see him like that. Somebody needs to get him off the wall, off that.
Yeah.
And the 1-1 strike call.
Whoa. Wow.
Okay. Oxley is about 2 bad pitches away from an open window right now. There's one. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one almost hit her. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If she hadn't started her move to her hitting, swing, she would have still been there. Probably could have taken that one.
And the 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Not a very good cut there. Not one of her better swings. Got fooled on that one a little bit.
Batting number 16,
there we go.
Mackenzie Gibson. And the pitch. That's a good pitch. And the pitch. That's a good pitch. 0-1 to Gibson, who had the sacrifice and then hit the towering fly ball to the shortstop right on the edge of the grass. And that ball is a chopper, and that's going to get right under the glove of the shortstop as she's going hard to her left, David.
Unable to catch up to it, and it looked like she might get a play on it, but it just, that second or third hop, it just deadened and made its way to the outfield.
That's going to bring up Kendall Cornelius. Cornelius with 2 doubles and then She scored twice on 2 home runs from Red Oxley.
And Lexi Hayford is going to be the runner for McKenzie down on first.
As usual, Hayford probably leading the team in scoring.
Yeah. And runs scored, you're probably right.
So Hayford at first, 1 out. And the pitch, down low, ball 1.
You got to wait a second on this guy.
That's down and away. No pitch. That's down and away, ball 2. This cat is not consistent at all. None.
No, he's not.
If it was a closer game, I might even be open the window right now. And there's a pitch. It's a chopper foul. Kinsey Matthews, she's married, she's got a son, all that. I want to thank her. Kinsey Matthews, she's married, she's got a son, all that. I want to thank her for coming up last inning. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, and there's a chopper over the third baseman's head, and that's going to be another hit for Cornelius. She is 3 for 3, and now Red Oxley coming to the plate, who's already ripped 2 of them. What do you do here, David?
Well, I mean, if you got a pitch to her, nowhere to put her. I mean, you could walk her, but then you got to advance the other 2 runners. It's no open base down there, so you got to come at her. I sure wouldn't leave anything out over the plate for her.
Oh, and she was going after that, buddy.
If she gets her arms extended and that barrel of the bat, just like both of them, she caught them both square on the barrel of the bat, and they were pretty much no doubters.
We talk about coming out of your shoes, and if they were untied, she'd have been out of them. The 0-1, low and away, ball 1. 1-1.
Now, if
that's the place that you've got to go with her. You can't pitch her inside. She's going to kill it again.
If you keep her inside, she's going to turn on it and do what she's been doing and drive it. You keep her away.
The 1-1, and that's a chopper. That's a fair ball, and everybody's going to be safe on the infield hit.
I don't think there's much she can do with that, even if she cleans it, fields it cleanly.
So that's
Red's getting down the line pretty good.
And we'll have a pinch runner for Red now. This should be
Alyssa
Hillman.
Alyssa Hillman, yeah.
Hillman.
8, Alyssa Hillman.
So Hillman comes in for Oxley. We've got Hayford at third, and Cornelius at second, and Hillman at first for Julia Heater, who has a triple. And then she flew out to left field her last time up. Bases loaded, 1 out, 7-0 ball game. I'd like to clear the bases here and go home in an inning.
That would be nice.
And the pitch, low and inside, ball 1.
They're in the top of the 5th at South Lake, and Jenkins still leading 4-3. Rick and I have been watching that game, and there was a time where South Lake had the bases loaded with nobody out.
And there's a chopper. The shortstop gets it. She'll go to second, so it'll be a fielder's choice. It'll go 6-4 in the book on the fielder's choice to get Cornelius. No, to get
number 2.
To get Hillman.
Hillman, yeah.
So 6-4. It's a fielder's choice for Heater. So runners at the corners as Hayford scores. Man, it's hard to put. And now Shea Narcisse, who had a triple, there goes the runner, and they're going to try and throw her out. And no, they had the cutoff going on.
She was up in front, and
so it's an 8-0 game with runners in scoring position. Narcisse just pounded a triple her last time up. Way upstairs, 2-0. And Shea Parker on deck, who had a sacrifice fly, RBI her last time up. So she is 1 for 1 herself tonight. Also singled. And the pitch, low and inside, 3-0. You don't want to pitch around this young lady because Parker can hit.
Oh, yes, she can. Absolutely.
And the 3-0. That ball's a chopper, shortstop, and they're not going to get her. No way.
And the throw is in the dirt, and now Julia Heater is going to come home and score.
So it's an infield hit for Narcisse and then an E6 to allow the run to score. So Cornelius scores, and then Heater scores, and now it's a 10-0 game.
I don't know if you give both of those to the shortstop, one on the field and one on the throw, because the throw was down in the dirt a little bit. One that the first baseman probably going to say, I should have had it. But either way, there's two errors on that one play that allow both runs to score.
Yeah, so it goes to the E6. And a runner at first. So Parker this is Kendall Sow.
This is Kendall Sow hitting.
And she hits a chopper to the third baseman over to first, and that's going to be a no good. So it's an E5 as she just threw it 1.5 feet in front of first base.
Yeah, and a little off to the right. Not much range for the first baseman. That one, it wasn't a great throw, but again, Bruce, one that maybe should have been fielded.
And the wheels coming off East River now.
Yeah, they.
As Balin Garcia. Gomez. Sorry.
We got some experts,
Man,
that catch us right away.
I know.
She's swinging the bat really well, too, Bruce. When she comes in, she's not playing all the time, but when she does get the opportunity, she swings the bat really well.
She does. And she's got some power, too.
Yeah.
As East River is meeting all on the mound right now with no coach. If I'm the umpire, I'm going to get.
Yeah, I don't understand why this is allowed to go on so long. It's like, come on. If it's a close game, you may understand that, give them a little leeway, but.
So Gomez steps in with 2 on and 2 out and a big gap in left center and right center. He called that a strike?
Oh, my.
All right. Open a window. Now the third baseman gets on a mask, and I do not blame her at all.
No.
If she's seen this young lady hit.
Yeah.
2 on. And that ball hit right to the first baseman off her glove, and they're going to get her on a great play by the second baseman as Gomez just got robbed, David. I'll let you explain it real quick.
Well, just another foot. It's over her head down in the right field corner, and she's still running, and 2 more runs score. But she gets the glove on it. It kicks it back, luckily for East River, towards the second baseman, and she was coming towards the play, able to pick it up, and the first baseman wasn't too far off, steps on it, and a good play to stay with it there.
3 runs on 4 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 left. After 4 innings, it's Bartow 10, East River nothing. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
There is a place in our country that has never had an NFL franchise or hosted a Super Bowl. And yet anyone who's ever put on pads dreams of one day being called to this small town in northeastern Ohio.
Few could match him as a cornerback, and none could match him as a teammate. Now my Bengals brother finally takes his place in Canton, the late Ken Riley.
Everyone is invited to the Ken Riley Community Celebration, May 24th and 25th at Bartow High School. Friday night, May 24th, it's the spring football game against the Lake Region Thunder at 7. And during halftime, we will honor the Ken Riley family. Then Saturday morning, May 25th at 10, the Fieldhouse dedication ceremony. Enjoy the Ken Riley Pro Football exhibit, featuring career memorabilia, historical videos, plus visit the community open house at the Bartow Gym. Make your plans to join us May 24th and 25th in Bartow for the Ken Riley Community Celebration.
Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Softball. We have a new pitcher on the mound is Riley Knowlton toes the rubber for the Jackets and throws a beautiful pitch, and it's called a ball as it's 5-6-7 for East River.
Up and out. Jeff sent me a final on Arbondale beat Pasco 6-0. And our buddy John Bodie listening to us back home.
Oh, all right.
Glad he's saying thankful that we came out of retirement. We are too, John. We are enjoying ourselves again.
We ain't the Bodie brothers, but we'll get it done.
You know.
So it's a 1-2 count now. Strike 3. So Knowlton comes in and takes off right where Oxley left off.
Although, you know, they have to do their broadcast. They're right next to Coach McGriff. Could you imagine if we had to sit next to Glenn all night long?
We gave him the mic one time in a football game, and he went almost the entire third quarter doing all the play-by-play and color by himself on the field. Coach McGriff did. It was so much fun.
He is something else. They continue to do great things on the hard court, too, as well.
Tannehill steps in, the shortstop. She struck out swinging and takes ball one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And my brother-in-law is asking me if I can help you. Do I need to help you with something? Or
help me?
Yeah.
What do I do now?
I don't know. My brother-in-law is asking me if I can help you. And I'm like, okay, whatever I need to do.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm qualified for the help he needs, Wayne, but I'll try.
Oh, there's a lot of help needed there. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wayne. Man, I told you about
brother-in-law.
I told you he walked into Chicken Shack one day and made his sons pay for their own food. I'm like, pay for their food? He said, they got more money than I do. I said, point made.
Well, his boys have all worked since they were little. Man. Yeah, they work hard for it.
They're a good family and really good kids. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat.
Well, I'll tell you why, and it's because of Diane. You know.
Oh, of course. Wayne ain't got nothing to do with it. I mean, he's lucky to be able to eat at the Chicken Shack.
Yeah, there you go.
There's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the pitch. That ball hit hard to the second baseman. Heater gloves it over to first in time.
Great play by Julia down there.
They haven't put the bat on the ball too many times tonight with Oxley on the mound. She had 9 Ks in 4 innings.
Wow. There was a walk, I believe.
Yeah, she had 1 walk, and so did not have the perfect game.
No.
And now the batter tries to check her swing, and and she did go. He hadn't had to make a call all night long, and he gets one, and he blows it. So Sheck is the second baseman. She actually hit a little liner to she popped up to Gibson her first time up. So it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs. We're in the top of the 5th. Jackets lead 10-0. This is the last gasp for East River, and the pitch fouled back, so she hangs in tough.
And Jenkins, they're in the top of the 5th. They're up 5-3 now, and they've got the bases loaded with 1 out. Southlake, as I was saying earlier, they had the bases loaded with nobody out when they were up 3-2 and were unable to score a run. So
it's tough, man. You got to get it done. And the 1-2 pitch, strike 3, and the Jackets have won the regional quarterfinal 10-0. That inning, 1-2-3, 2 Ks for Knowlton. We'll take a 60-second break and come back and wrap this up. You're listening to the 2024 Regional Quarterfinal here on WBF.
When you drive by Bartow Ford, you see a huge lot. But what you might not know is we have over 72 service bays and can customize your truck with lift, wheels, and tires. At Bartow Ford, we have you covered. Bartow Ford, we're different, and we prove it.
If you're looking for good food and good family time, look no farther than Beef O'Brady's in the Bartow Center South. Your Bartow Beefs is perfect for lunch or dinner for the whole family or whole team. Your Bartow Beefs, where game time meets family time.
You'll always get great prices at Budget You Pull of the Bartow. Here's Here's Craig.
We have starters for $20, alternators for $20, AC compressors for $31. Every door is $55, and motors are $200.
Budget you pull it. Highway 60 East.
If you've been injured in an accident or face traffic charges, don't face the legal system alone. Call Rhino Lawyers Auto Injury and Traffic Attorneys at 844-RHINO-77. Rhino Lawyers, Tampa and Lakeland.
Welcome back to Yellow Jackets softball. The Lady Jackets have just defeated East River Falcons 10-0. Caitlin Oxley and Knowlton combine on a no-hitter. Oxley goes 4 innings, gave up 1 walk, and left 1 on. That's the line score, 0-0-0-1 for East River. Coach Peavy saying we did a super job. We totally agree with you, Coach Peavy.
Thanks, Coach.
And we appreciate that. The line score for the Jackets, 10 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors, and only 4 Jackets left on base. And David, between Red Oxley and a couple other key hits, we were cleaning up the bases tonight.
Yeah. Well, timely hits, big hits, that's what wins you games. We were just talking about what's happening over at George Jenkins and South Lake. They were up 3-2. You got bases loaded against a quality team. You can't. You got to take advantage. You got to get something there. You got to get something out of that bases loaded situation. And Jenkins obviously got out of it. We have been doing that lately with 2 outs, 1 out, no outs. Timely hits when we have runners on the base paths, and that's leading to some big victories here the last couple of weeks.
Well, it's been exciting, and we appreciate Rick Sal and Roland Oxley, as they're always a lot of fun up here. They make us feel at home.
Yeah.
We will be back on the air next Tuesday. It's probably going to be a 7:30 game time again. It's going to be here.
Yep.
And I don't know who we're playing, and I don't care. Vieira. We're going to play Vieira, and they're a pretty tough team. But this Yellow Jacket softball team, they are putting it all together right at the right time of the year. Red Oxley is, and all these girls are on fire. I mean, you go up and down the lineup. Everybody had a hit tonight.
Everybody's swinging the bat well.
And so we're very excited about this. So I hope everybody has a good weekend. NASCAR is at Darlington this week, the throwback.
Yeah.
And so a lot of fun. Tune in for the Darlington races. We'll be back on the air next Tuesday night. So for Roland, David,
just one more thing.
Ken
Riley. In case anybody missed the promo, Jeff has a great promo out there for what's happening for Ken Riley, our Bartow native, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Way too late.
The new complex that was built here at the high school is getting named after him. The athletic department. And that's going to happen on May 24th during the spring training at halftime of the spring game.
Yep.
So if you're not doing anything Friday, May 24th, come out and show some love for a man that should have been in the Hall of Fame a decade ago, or if not sooner.
Guys, that's going to wrap it up here. So for Roland Oxley, for Rick Sal, for my partner David Thornburg, for Jeff Thornburg, the ace producer back at the station, I'm Bruce Edmond. Good night, everybody.
Bartow Yellow Jacket softball on WBF was brought to you by Kelly Buick, GMC of Bartow, doing whatever it takes to earn your business. Spaff Jewelers of Bartow and Valrico, Evolve Professional Landscape Management, by Rhino Lawyers of Tampa and Lakeland, Citrus Air Conditioners of Bartow, by Ewing Blackwelder and Deuce Insurance, Pallet One of Bartow, Keith's Spray Service of Bartow, taking care of your lawn and garden for over 50 years. Budget You Pull It, the parts you need when you need them. S.R. Wright & Company, by Whidden McLean Funeral Home, Beef O'Brady's Sports Pub in the Bartow Center South, and by Bartow Ford. We're different, and we prove it. Bartow Yellow Jacket Softball is special presentation of WBF Sports.